investing in the heart of our communities.
The CU AHB Fund is a regulated fund allowing credit unions to provide finance to approved housing bodies for much needed social homes right across Ireland. Ireland has a housing crisis. Thousands of people, made up of our neighbours, our relatives, families, including 5,000 children, are waiting for a safe, secure place to call home. But with credit unions collaborating together, we can help change this story.
This is a collaboration between two community-based, not-for-profit sectors, credit unions and AHBs coming together with the support of the state to deliver real solutions. As a credit union, this is aligned with DUPCO Ireland's ESG strategies and is the right thing to do. As a shareholder in the fund, DUPCO Ireland Credit Union is delighted to be receiving a positive return on its investment.
In response to credit union engagement and feedback a number of years ago, the Irish League of Credit Unions developed a position paper seeking regulatory change to facilitate credit union investment in social housing. This was achieved, and now we encourage credit unions to consider investment in the regulated CUAHB fund, which can deliver homes to families. Already, there have been over 144 homes delivered to families to date.
The sector is keen to support people securing their own homes. The AHBs have a need for further financing to build more social housing. This fund facilitates the sector providing such financing and supporting the loans to AHBs. We have spent time with the fund provider assessing its governance structure, cash flows, underwriting assessment in providing the loans to the AHB in order to address the concerns of the sector outlined in the position paper to the Minister. A suite of collateral has been produced which will hopefully enable you to re-engage and re-review a small investment in the AHB fund to enable them to provide further loans for the AHB sector and housing in Ireland.
I'm very proud to be a director of the CU AHB Fund, representing the interests of credit unions who are investors. The lending policy of the fund, approved by the board, is to provide finance for completed homes secured by a lease between the approved housing body and the local authority. The local authority, backed by central government, provide a cash flow to ensure repayment of the loans.
Every investment in social housing is assessed and approved by the Department of Housing, but external funding is essential. Robust security and risk mitigants are built into every investment.
Credit risk is assessed on each loan that is proposed to the Credit Union AHB Fund. The loans are secured on the cash flows from the homes, as well as by mortgages on the underlying real estate. The key risks assessed include the risk of any break in the cash flow stream, capacity of the borrowing entity to manage and maintain the homes, the financial wherewithal of the borrowing entity to manage shocks, and the quality and standard of the homes themselves. To mitigate risk, we ensure control on cash to provide repayment buffers, and we hold direct contracts with local authorities that kick in the event of a default.
Tenancy signing days are one of the most important days in the lives of our tenants. It brings them hope and security for the future. Approved housing bodies are deeply rooted in the local communities, and the collaboration with the credit union shows how two not-for-profit organisations can come together to make real and lasting change. Signing a tenancy with somebody who's coming out of a homeless situation is a really important day for the tenant, and it's really, really worthwhile for us who are working in the sector to know that we're making a change within the community.
I feel very fortunate to be living in social housing and not have to experience the financial uncertainty when renting in the private sector.
The relief of knowing we won't have to move again has greatly impacted myself and my children's lives. After privately renting for 12 years, it's nice to know we're finally home.
Living in a CH community is like winning the lotto. The security is such a weight off my shoulders.
I'm Roger Harrington. I'm head of the CAF unit in the Department of Housing. And it was great to see the enthusiasm and positivity associated with the credit union movement, and hopefully we can see a greater level of involvement by them in terms of the financing of social housing in Ireland.
The ILCU encourages credit unions to consider investment in the CU AHB fund. from a 3P strategic investment perspective. Firstly, purpose-driven. The fund aligns to social impact and ESG and has provided over 144 homes since inception. Secondly, portfolio diversification. The credit union sector currently has 90% of its investments with banking counterparties. This fund offers a unique opportunity to diversify to other counterparties. And finally, a professional regulated structure, including custodians, auditors, legal advisors, and of course as well underwriting. So I would ask credit union CEOs and boards to consider these 3 Ps when assessing investment in the CUAHB fund and considering whether it aligns to your own strategic plans.
I believe that supporting communities is the cornerstone of the credit union movement. This fund enables credit unions invest their members' savings in one of the most critical needs, one of the most critical community needs of our time.
The Irish League of Credit Unions has committed an investment into the CUAHB fund. This is a strategic investment. We've considered the purpose of the fund. We've also considered the structure of the fund. And finally, as we see it as a regulated pathway to deliver not just for the ILCU in terms of investment, but also to communities and families.
The CUAHB fund is more than an investment. It's credit unions living their values, people helping people, communities supporting communities. Together we can build homes, create hope and strengthen Ireland's future.
Join other credit unions who are investing in the CUAHB fund today, investing in homes, investing in people, investing in Ireland.